It's just fired.
What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and we are back being sponsored by FiveYards. And today we're going to talk about some other players. Now, originally we were going to talk about midfielders this week, but actually we've just been linked with strikers. We've been linked with Gareth Bale. We've been linked with Hang Hee-chan from RB Leipzig. We've been linked with Everton. So it's only fair that we actually go and look at these players rather than you guys sitting there, me talking about midfielders that we've not been linked with. Do I want a midfielder? Absolutely. And I will show you who I'd like. But yeah, we're going to break down a little bit more into strikers this time with FiveYards using their system. So obviously, get yourselves, make sure you set up an account with FiveYards. It massively helps me, the channel. It will be good and beneficial for yourselves. It's exciting. It's just good. You can do scouting on there, transfer windows, put a little bit of money into it, see if you make any profit, that sort of thing. It's a very, very good, usable, friendly system. Great support team behind it. Transfer window shuts at 8 every night, so it's not like you can go and get absolutely smashed and spend millions of pounds on the FiveYard system. You know, investing in all sorts of players, you can't do that. So get yourselves over to there and get yourself signed up. Right, so let's go and have a little look at our players. And so as you can see, Thierry Small, who I did mention last week, has been added for 18 million. And I have, of course, bought some stock in Thierry Small. Anyway, we're going to start with Gareth Bale, a player that we've been linked with today. And I don't quite understand why. And the reason why I don't understand why we've been linked with Gareth Bale, because Gareth Bale is a player that Carlo Ancelotti, I'm pretty sure, fell out with because he couldn't fit Bale and Ronaldo in the same team. So I'm pretty sure there is absolutely no relationship at all to that. Obviously, of course, it goes through the stats. So he's 31 years old. His position is a winger, and he's Welsh. Bless me. Of course, you get 2 for the price of 1. Enjoy that. Have a look how he's performed this season in terms of goals. So he scored 12 goals for Spurs this season. It's not bad at all, really, bearing in mind he hasn't played that many games. So he's done quite well. You all know his ability. His natural ability, he can glide past players, he can beat people, he can score from pretty much anywhere. His left foot is an absolute wand. He's got the pace. Would he fit into an Everton side? Yeah, I think he would. I think he would fit into an Everton side. I just can't see it happening because of Carlo Ancelotti. My worry about his age, his commitment to football, whether he wants to play more golf than he does anything. But I can't see Everton signing him. I think Gareth Bale will end up at Inter Miami with David Beckham. That's where I think he'll end up, personally. Yeah, as you can see, his price has dropped this season. As you can see, all the way over here, it was above 20 million. They now say he is worth 15. That's based on his performances and whatever. So you may find that goes up this week following a hat-trick. So now might not be a bad time to invest in Gareth Bale if you're looking at players to add to your portfolio. So that is one player that Everton have been linked with. We've also been linked with Ivan Toney. Now, of course, being a championship player, he may not actually be on the platform. However he is, there you go. Ivan Toney, 25 years old, forward. English, very aggressive player, very quick, very solid. Lots of goals this season, 29 goals, 10 assists. His price has gone up this year. As you can clearly see, it's gone up. It's shot through the roof. And a lot of people, he has his player ratings, he has his community. So they're saying he's got a potential rating of 81, very much like a FIFA rating. Player rating currently is 71. This is what he's good at. He's very quick. As you can see here, he's very quick. His dribbling ability is all right. His finishing's another high spot for him. He's okay creativity-wise. He works hard. Defensively, he's never going to defend. He's not a defender. But he's a good all-round striker, and he would fit well into an Everton side. I think he's a very capable player. You know, if we look back at the Championship, at some of the strikers they've had over the years, let's have a look at Ollie Watkins. Let's have a look at Patrick Bamford. Both scored 20-odd goals in the Championship. Both get signed, come into the Premier League. Bamford was already at Leeds, give him his due. But, you know, Ollie Watkins comes into Aston Villa. He's had a great season for Villa. He's had a phenomenal season, got himself in the England squad. You can't fault him, what he's achieved. And I could see Tony doing a similar thing. So this is the sort of player that I think could be a good fit for Everton. I think he'll cost a lot of money. Do I think he comes in and replaces Calvert-Lewin? Nope. Because Calvert-Lewin, although he's scored less goals, he's done it at a higher level. I don't necessarily think we will sign him, but I do think he fits nice. So, yeah, that is Ivan Toney. Right. Let's go on to the other lad that we've been linked with, who I cannot really pronounce his name. And let's see if he's even on here, because I suspect he won't be, and he'll be a player that we need to add. So let's have a look. There you go. Yeah, he's not on here. So again, we've been linked with He-Chan, player from Leipzig. Good player. He's got every quality that Everton would need. Lots of Premier League clubs have expressed an interest with him. He's a good player. So again, is he going to add a dynamic to this Everton side? Who knows? So, guys, anyway, this is FiveYards. Get yourself over to them. The link is in the description below. As you can see here, transfer window starts there. Join the fun, earn money based on real-world performances. These are hot players at the minute. Most bought. Max Aaron's been linked with Spurs. Ivan Toney been linked with us. Basuma's been linked with us as well. He's a player that we could talk about, and let's have a little look at him. So I was talking about midfielders I'd like to look at. Basuma's one of those players. You know, Basuma has got everything. In my opinion, he is a top player. You know, he's defensively sound. He works hard. He can pass. He's creative. You can see by his wheel there. He's got everything that we don't necessarily have in our midfield. Certainly, we don't when Decore's not there. We don't have that box-to-box player who can beat a person and carry a ball. This man does that. You know, this man really does that. He's got potential rating of 88, so he's a good signing. So, yeah, get yourself on FiveYards and have a little look. And also, there's a section where it adds new players. What a player he is, by the way, Phil Foden. New players that have been added. Dolberg, we've been linked with him before. Arbrath. Now, these players are going to be added because people like me are looking through and going, you need to add this player. So these younger lads at these bigger clubs could be a good opportunity for people to make money on, because it's like anything. It's like the crypto market at the minute. If you see something that looks good early, you know it's going to pump, which is a pump is where it goes up. So player value, the more performances, all of that will go up. So get yourselves over to FiveYards, guys. So anyway, let's go off our sharing screen and let's just talk about Everton Football Club. Everton had an absolute Western supermare on Saturday night against Aston Villa. It was a shocking performance. It was embarrassing. It was something that we expected, I would say, because typical Everton at home, been awful. I think John said we've won 1 in the last 10. We've won 3 since October. Our home form is horrendous. And it's scary, really, because it started well. You know, our home form started well. We got a good win at home to West Brom, got a good win at home to Brighton, and it was very disappointing that we bottled it. This is things we've got to fix up on. You know, and on talking transfers, what I like to look at is solutions. And we need a few players. There's no doubt about that. We need some players who are going to be able to carry us forward, who are going to change the way that Carlo Ancelotti has to play, and maybe substitutions. I'm not sitting here and defending Carlo Ancelotti's substitutions. I won't do it. His substitutions were horrendous. They were embarrassing. So I'm not going to apologise for that. The Fabian Delph substitution at 1-1 is a car crash of a substitution, and it's not the first one he's done. 2 weeks ago, he brings Gabarmin on with 15 minutes to go when we're 1-0 up in the game. Again, bad. No need for it. So for me, Carlo Ancelotti's got to start looking at that. And people have said, look at the squad he's got to pick from. You're right. He's got a poor squad. He's got a poor squad of players. And these are things that, again, needs to be addressed. So John's right when he says 3 or 4 players. No, I agree. We need about 7 or 8 players. That's not going to happen in one window. It's not even going to happen in 2 windows. So Carlo certainly gets time, but I want to see less of these stupid decisions, these stupid substitutions where he sets up defensive at 1-1. I don't understand what Delph brought to that game. I don't understand why Bernard, come on, I appreciate he's an attacking player, but he's done nothing all season. Nkunku has created more chances than Bernard in the very little time he's played. So, for me, it needs to be addressed urgently. And it will in the summer. We know it will. It has to. Another thing that really shocked me about the Villa performance was the fact that literally, as soon as it went 2-1, Everton never looked like getting back into the game. They didn't even look like they tried. And I was glad today to see Carlo Ancelotti coming out and simply saying, look, some of these players I'm going to have to be harsh on. Some of these players need to know how bad they've been. And I respect that, because at least I don't feel like I've seen enough of the brutal Carlo. And I want to see more of that, because there's too many shithouses in that football team that just play to get a wage, not for the performance, not for the shirt, not for the hard work, for none of that. So for me, it's massively important that this is addressed in the summer. And look, I trust it will be, but it takes time. It really does take time. So, guys, look, I'm leaving it there. It was a short video. Obviously, get yourselves over to FiveYards. The link is in the description below. There really isn't that much to talk about today, because being linked with players like Gareth Bale isn't going to happen. It's a waste of time. Tony could come up in a Brentford side. Do I think he joins Everton? Probably not. I don't understand why we go through these cycles of being linked with centre-backs and forwards when, yes, we do need another striker, but we have got bigger issues. You know, we definitely need a right back. We definitely need a centre midfielder who can carry a ball. We definitely need a left winger. But we get linked with players like Koulibaly and Magmagouli. And my centre-back pairing is Mina and Ben Godfrey by a country mile. You know, Michael Keane is okay as the third choice, and Mason Holgate I'd get rid of. I'm done with Mason. I tried so hard to support him. I tried to back him. I even said last season he should get in the England squad. What a joke. What a joke. Honestly, he's turning on the ball 3 times like he did in that Villa game was a disgrace. So I'm done with him. Yeah. So, again, it's the same story as every week. I think we need a right back. I think we need a centre midfielder who can ball carry. I think we need a winger. I think we need a striker. At a minimum. Easily at a minimum. And there's a lot of deadwood to leave that team. A lot of deadwood. So, yeah. We've also been linked. And again, with players like, we've been linked with Isco again. And I said the same last season when we were linked with James Rodriguez. But I don't want to go and get a squad of mature players who have been at the top level. I do want some players who are young and hungry, who are going to come in and are going to change the team. And I don't think we're getting that. I don't even think we're linked with that, apart from Tony, maybe. So, yeah, we will see, guys. But, yeah, I'm leaving it there. Guys, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you soon. Peace.